You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
We walk the line and try to see, falling behind what could be. Oh, bring me up higher.
All right, welcome back to this Thanksgiving Thursday. Olive Oil Marketplace has saved me a time and a two again around the corner for holiday season, and I'm excited. Tim, how is the world treating you?
It's been good. It's good. Yeah.
I gotta thank you, man. I mean, I really do. I didn't realize how awesome those baskets were. Not only did it save me the stress of running around 45 different places, my parents were the happiest they have been on Christmas. And I thought I made great gifts before. But this is honestly the one that took the cake. And ever since then, it's been smooth sailing, you know?
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, we do every year. We try to come up with the best options for different basket ideas for the food junkies in our world, right?
Right.
I mean, that's really what it's all about, right? And so, this year, I don't know how many we've got. We've actually were working on them yesterday, and trying to put them all together for this weekend, because we do sell a lot of them, quite a few as we move through with it. And we got some new ones out there. We got some pamper ones with some of our bath and body stuff, along with some of our oils and stuff. So that's.
Oh, I gotta make notes.
Yeah.
I think I know what Mom's getting for Christmas.
So that's a lot of fun,
Yeah, well, before we go into the deep dive of this, take me to how you guys got started with this business, because, I mean, it's really become a staple business in town. I 100% believe it.
We're going pretty strong. So we're into our 11th year now. Wow. So, 11th year. And that's, we got our ups and downs. No doubt. But
what was the decision to start it?
To start it? It was my bride's fault. I blame her. Yeah. It started obviously a long time ago, where we've did a lot of traveling, I guess you could say, and we've hit like different food stores and different oils. We've seen other oil places similar to this concept that we have. And that was 10 years ago. And we're like, oh yeah, well, not a bad idea. And then, so, Julie was just like, well, let's look at that. And so that's all I needed. So at that point, I just started doing some research, found some supply points, found some products, got what we got to get. And next thing you know, we're sitting around the kitchen table talking to our kids, and they're about ready to commit us because we're getting into the oil business. They're like, what are you guys thinking?
Well, in today's world, you say oil business, that can be three different things.
You never know. Yeah, you never know.
So I got to ask you, did you always have a fascination and an interest in oil and bread? Because my dad, I'm telling you what, you throw that in front of him, he won't stop until it's gone.
Yeah, we did. I mean, we love it. We love it. We love it. And, and we like to eat. We like food. So we just took the whole concept of the oils and vinegars and tied it into a whole lot more, because obviously we're more than just olive oils and balsamic vinegars.
Right.
I mean, between our coffees, our pastas, and my grilling wall is amazing with all the spices. We got different gadgets and our bath and body stuff. I mean, it's an adventure coming into our store.
Well, and it's a really cool shop.
Yeah.
The experience alone is just amazing, because when I went in the first time, I'm like, I don't know what to, because you never know. You walk in and I see, a couple of things, and I'm going, all right, put the debit card down and just go outside and grab cash, because the moment you got that plastic with you, half of the shelf is coming with you.
Right.
And just, it's an experience. And I think that's the best way to sum up anytime you walk in the door. It's a really good experience.
Yeah, you're right. It's just a matter of, getting them come in the door, because from the outside, you just don't know.
You really don't.
You don't know.
Well, and what's funny is that you said that. I've walked by Olive Oil Marketplace for years.
Sure.
And never even thought, well, maybe, CJ, you should go inside and learn about something. I didn't. And I just thought, oh, no, that's an olive oil place, not knowing all the cool stuff that's inside.
Right.
So take me through, as we're circling back to year one, day one. Do you remember the first day you opened?
We do.
Really?
We do, actually. It was... it was the car show. We were doing the car show out here, and it was funny because we're like, we're gonna have doors open for this one way or another. We weren't even really set up because, like, in our store we have obviously all the fusies or vats that you might call them. We didn't have those; they were still on the water coming across, right? So we couldn't even get those, and so it was funny. We wound up setting up a table inside the front of the foyer with our bottles and stuff like that, just so we could be open for that day.
Well, you got to do it.
Yeah. So
That's so freaking cool.
it was funny.
Well, I just think it's cool because this is truly, I just love talking to small business owners because of this alone. It's all the stories that lead up to the day one open.
To where we're at, yeah.
And at a point, throughout the years, was there a point where you thought, what, we're on to something. Let's start maybe expanding. Let's do something a little bit different. When did that decision come into play?
So we did. I guess we were, so let's see, we were a year, when we first got into it, we were on the road just doing festivals, fairs, different things. And then after a year, we put it into the brick and mortar here in Alton. And then I guess, I'm trying to remember exactly, about 3 years later, 4 years, about 3 years later, I think it was, we, maybe 4, we put it into Belleville. So we opened up another location in Belleville is what we did. And that location was doing pretty good, not too bad. It was doing good. It was doing good. Okay. COVID hit. It kind of help us make a little mind up there. We wound up closing the actual location we had out there. 20. Then we moved it in with another business. Okay. Which is that business was Local Lucy's out there in Belleville, and we moved it in with them. We were with them prior to us even opening up our store.
So you're just coming on back home.
Yeah. So they took us back in, and, and we have all of our oils and products there. We don't have the entire Alton store there, but we have the majority of our bread and butter there, right? The nuts and bolts, and they do a wonderful job with it out there over on Main Street, and it's amazing. Yeah. So we're here, and then we've got a couple other locations that we have some product in as well.
Well, and it's really just fascinating to me to hear that component of it because you have to adapt, especially when the world throws you a pandemic that nobody would ever thought of. What do you do? And it's really cool that we got to close this down, the storefront, but let's merge back in or let's move back in together and let's keep going, you know?
Right, exactly.
Well,
exactly.
As you were getting out of the pandemic, when did you know it was kind of back to normal or getting that way? Is there like a time in the year where you're like, all right, this is starting to come around?
Are we back to normal?
That's what I was kind of going to ask you too. Like, do you think that we're there yet?
I don't know. It's so
really
it's all over the place. I don't think we can say that there's any normacy to it right now.
That's true.
We've been blessed enough that the community in Alton has been supporting what we do out here. It's been a good thing. Some days you look at it and you're like, okay, hello, anybody coming in today? But it's business, right?
That's honestly
what we do.
But you know what? I can honestly say that you're the first person that gave an honest answer about this because the way you looked at me was like, this guy's full of and it's because everyone, it's get back to normal, but it's good to hear that insight. Yeah, I appreciate the honesty
it's
here.
Crazy.
I've been getting lied to on this show for a while, Tim. What the heck? So we're running this on Thanksgiving, but I got to give a backstory. We are currently halfway underwater in the RiverBender basement right now, and we're taping this a little bit earlier in the week because, Thanksgiving's around. What's your Thanksgiving look like? Because I could only imagine how many people are really fighting for the appetizers over at Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah. So our Thanksgiving personally, so it's it's gonna be fun. It's we've traditionally we would have Thanksgiving at our place. All of our kids would come out. Pretty good, huh? Yeah.
That is the most moist and most delicious brownie I've ever had in my life.
So most of our regulars are familiar with our brownies. The brownies are made with our blood orange olive oil, so it gives that hint of orange with the chocolate. This
is amazing. I'm telling you, just blew my world.
Yeah.
I have never, because I thought, good, a brownie. These aren't just brownies.
Yeah.
You need to get to Olive Oil Marketplace. But so what's it look like? What are you cooking?
So actually this year I'm not cooking nothing. My son is doing all the cooking this year. Yeah, so it's actually going to work out pretty well. We're going over to his place, which is a lot of fun because that's actually his place is our old place that we moved out of 6 years ago, and we built it back in '98, and actually one of our sons bought it. Him and his family, they bought it back, and it's kind of cool. So
That's
now
awesome.
we're bringing it back over there. So it's kind of fun.
I don't know how long those are going to last over at Thanksgiving, but if they were at my house, they'd have lasted about 3 minutes. I'm serious. Thank you so much for these.
You're welcome.
Well, and as we're preparing for Thanksgiving, is there a quick, maybe a little spread that you can kind of fill us in on that you use for, quick moments that we got to entertain some folks with?
Oh, wow, man.
On the spot. This is the 60 minutes portion.
This is an on the spot
60
one.
minutes portion.
Yeah.
I'm applying for Anderson's job.
So, I mean, our family traditionally is bread and oil, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Our girls come over, they'll grab the bottle, and usually somebody's bringing bread with them, and I mean that's traditionally the main go-to. We have a couple different spreads that are pretty good, like our goose poop. That's amazing over cream cheese that we just dip with,
Right.
But yeah, for the most part, it's about the oils.
Now I got to ask you about dipping etiquette here, because my dad and I think, have a little bit of a disagreement on this. What's the proper dip if there's people around in the olive oil tray here? Because I don't think a smothering maneuver is what you do.
Well, yeah, it depends who's looking.
See, that's
right?
true. I mean, that's true too. I had to ask because he's going to watch this right now going,
You just want to make sure that you get enough oil on there, and hopefully you got some fresh Parmesan cracked inside it,
Yeah.
And then, you want to get all that goodness.
Life goal met right there. Well, Tim, I really just enjoy having you on here, and that's why I wanted to circle back to the big push, and that's for me anyway, and that's these holiday baskets, because I can't say enough good things about these. When did this idea come about?
The what?
Baskets.
The baskets?
Yeah.
Gosh, we've been doing baskets from the get-go, really.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been doing baskets from the get-go. I guess we started with the create your owns. We haven't really done okay, here's some pre-made ones ready to roll up until probably a few years back. But now we're into both. So we can create your own. We'll drop them in, or we've got some pre-made ones ready to go.
And then for the folks at home that might be, you guys are open, I'm assuming, Saturday, correct?
We will be, yeah.
And if folks are stopping in, is there a limited number, or is there a day that you stop the baskets because of getting everything put together?
No.
Oh.
No. I mean, it's we let it roll. The question will become whether or not we have to ship it or not.
Oh.
Because then that becomes an issue, but. We'll take them in as all the way up to Christmas if we need to.
Do you ship quite a few?
We do.
Really? Cool.
Yeah, we do a few.
Wow.
Yeah, we do a few of them.
That's just incredible, man. Hey, give them a moment to stick around. I got to pay a bill on Thanksgiving.
There you go.
Yeah, debt collectors don't stop, brother. Hey, we'll take a quick break.
Right.
Daily show on this Thanksgiving with Tim, Olive Oil Marketplace. This conversation continues in a quick few on RiverBender.com.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect. Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBenderRadio.com.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices. Located on Humbert Road in Alton.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Naselli on RiverBender.com.
Oh, welcome back. Thanksgiving Thursday on RiverBender.com. Tim, Olive Oil Marketplace, and to follow along at home, Olive Oil Marketplace, just how I said it, .com. You can buy online. This is really cool, man. When did the online shop come into play?
Pretty quick. Yeah, it was.
Really?
Yeah, we had that up and running right away.
Wow. I mean, you were kind of ahead of the curve on that in 11 years ago to kind of jump on the ball there.
I hope so. Yeah, we got it up and running. I did a version of it my own until RiverBender kind of took over for me and revamped it for me and said, "Hey, we can do this better for you." Like, okay.
And they did the same to me. They did the same.
It looks great.
You know what's funny? When I owned a business, I thought, I don't need any advertisement. One article on RiverBender, and that's all I needed for a month, man.
Yeah.
Great stuff. But let's talk about some of these recipes, because there's a lot of cool stuff on your website.
Yeah.
And are these all your recipes that you guys come up with, or a lot of them shared? How do those work?
So it's a mixture. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a mixture. We take a lot of recipes. I mean, gosh, I got tons of recipes on there, right? And I have tons more to even put in there. So, they are recipes that we've accommodated from either customers, ourselves, or just recipes that we've come across that's like, oh, this looks pretty good. Well, let's try adapting our product into this. So then it becomes adaptable with what we put in it. And all our recipes are pretty easy. I try to keep the process of keep it simple.
KISS.
Right?
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. I've got a couple tough ones on there that require a lot of stuff, but for the most part,
well, and honestly,
keep it simple.
It's really amazing, Tim, because I'm looking, and I'm not going to lie to you, I saw these pictures and I thought, surely this is just the recipes itself. I thought, oh, there's 10 recipes right there.
Yeah,
then I clicked on them and I got stuck in the encyclopedia of recipes.
Yeah.
You want to cook something, hell with Google, go to Olive Oil Marketplace and look at some of these, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Well, and what's your favorite thing to cook?
Oh gosh, my smoker is probably the biggest.
Is
thing
it?
Yeah, we do a lot with the smoker. That's probably probably the biggest portion of it. But I love to cook, right?
Was that always a passion, or did you? Was it really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Who's the better cook, you or the missus?
Right. So am I supposed to answer that question?
No. We'll just keep that. That's a mulligan. You get one. But I mean, this is amazing. I'm looking through this. I mean, the coolest recipes too. These aren't just generic things that everyone knows about, like pork chops. I mean, we're talking East Coast wings, bourbon glazed grilled pineapple. The list goes. I mean, that stuff's fun, and it spices up any kitchen too.
Yeah. And the beauty of all of our recipes, you know, I mean, most of them, you know, it might say, oh, hey, you know, let's use the bourbon balsamic, but they're so versatile because you can use other flavored balsamics as well, or oils. So you just got to keep an open mind when you're getting into any of the recipes. You know?
Well, and honestly, I didn't realize until you just handed me those brownies how much oil goes a long way in your recipe.
Yeah.
I mean, I got the hint of blood orange, and it really, I mean, that was perfect. Like, that was the perfect brownie. I'm not even patronizing you. That's just the truth.
Right.
Did you, when you're getting into this, did you realize beforehand that olive oil and oils are the essential really for a good dish?
I don't know what we knew. You know,
you're right. Yeah.
I mean, you know, going back to the day, we knew enough to get us in trouble and start the process. But I'll tell you, when we first started out, we knew absolutely nothing really about balsamic vinegars.
No way.
Yeah. You know, I mean, we got educated on balsamic vinegars, you know, from our customers. You know, the more research that we've worked with them and started to work with them, we were deathly afraid of balsamic vinegars because we didn't know a whole lot about them.
Wow.
You know, so hands down, oil sales were our biggest revenue there, but the balsamics today, amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and that's actually really cool. So, I mean, but again, I've said it before on the show, if you don't, everyone's got something cool to share with you if you're willing to listen. So that's really what that was.
Right. And we do that. We enjoy, because we bank on our customers to talk to us. And we're constantly asking, hey, what are you doing with that? What are you doing? And there's not a day that goes by that somebody doesn't say, oh, I do this with it. And we're like, wow, why didn't I think of that? I mean, it's great. Great idea.
It seems like you guys have a really cool community around the business.
Yeah, it's a pretty good little niche.
I mean, it really does. Yeah. And I'm just sorry, I'm just getting mesmerized here by these smoked cheesy jalapeno meatballs, man. This is awesome. So, but we're here to talk about the baskets. I'm getting distracted. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. They're all watching me right now.
It's food.
They're like, CJ, it's not even lunchtime yet. Thanksgiving's got a couple more hours. I wanted just to go back to the shop because there's some really cool stuff. So you have the regular olive oil baskets, but now there's Bath and Body Works stuff?
Bath and Body Works, yeah.
Take me through some of these.
Yeah, so we have a young lady that does some soaps for us. We got soaps, bath bombs, condition bars, shampoo bars. There's some men's stuff in there, beard oils, different natures of that. And the soap bars, you know, they're made with actually our olive oil. So it's really kind of cool, you know. So we've taken that and taken all that product, and we've, you know, incorporated that into a little fun little pampered gift sets, relaxing gift sets. You know, got some teas involved in them, got some oils involved in them. It's just some fun stuff.
If you had the choice, and I'm asking another stupidly hard question for no reason, I don't know why. I never ask these pointed questions. I wanted to know, if you just walked in the store and you had your pick of one item, let's say you don't own the business, what would that item be?
Wow. I don't know. Being me, who I am, I don't know. Well, probably I'm my spice wall. I'd probably, you know, I love my spices, right?
Right.
You know.
Well, this is just so cool, Tim, and I really appreciate your time. We're wrapping up this Thanksgiving show, but you guys are open on Friday?
We're open on Friday and Saturday.
What times?
10 to 5. 4-ish. Yeah, 10 to 5.
Both days?
Both days.
And if you're watching this from Florida, the continental United States, maybe you're watching it from, you know, Dublin. You know, we've had some out-of-town listeners. It's pretty wild.
That's great.
It's really cool to see where this goes. You can order this all online, but you got to ask about these brownies, too. Did you give the recipe away?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Recipe's simple. You know, I mean, it's a little, you know, it's a box brownie mix and our blood orange olive oil. That's it.
Okay.
How easy do you get?
I don't even know, but my head's spinning right now. Like, I honestly thought you were going to tell me, oh, yeah, we put a little bit of this, a dab of this,
no.
a box of brownies, and then you throw the olive oil in it, huh?
Ditch the vegetable oil and use the blood orange olive oil.
There you go. Happy Thanksgiving right here on RiverBender.com. If you are out of town watching today and you can't make it to Olive Oil Marketplace tomorrow or on Saturday, oliveoilmarketplace.com. That's oliveoilmarketplace.com. Tim, thank you for your time, sir.
Awesome. Thank you.
We got it done. We're halfway underwater. The turkey's already cooking. It's time for you guys to go have fun. I'll see you live again on Black Friday. I call it Small Business Saturday Eve.
Small Business Saturday Eve. There you go.
On that note, have a happy Thanksgiving from all of us and try your best to stay out of jail.